You're listening to NacChat with Amy Mahaffey, straight from the city of Nacogdoches, where we chat all things Nac. We make any topic fun, and I'll take you behind the scenes of the oldest town in Texas.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to NacChat podcast. I am super excited to be talking with two of my friends today. Larissa was just here, and you'll hear from her in a moment, but my other sweet friend, Sherry Morgan, is here. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
This was a random, hey, it's Friday morning, you want to come over and have a chat kind of podcast. So we didn't really have a plan. And when we get to Larissa's, they will really know that we didn't have a plan because we have literally an AP style book on the desk left over.
Wow.
From us looking up the plural of alumni, alumnus, alumna, alumnae. It's a whole thing. So, yeah, we were really off the rails there. But so I'm excited for you to help us, bring it back.
Get back around.
So, tell me about what I'm holding here from the Nacogdoches CVB.
You have a sticker from our new marketing campaign that officially launches on October the 1st, which is Monday, created for us by the fine folks at the Hancock Agency. But it is, we have a knack for that. And
that's so punny.
It's very punny, and it's very now, and it really does allow us to look at all of the assets that Nacogdoches offers as a tourism destination and market those each within their own capacity to their target audiences, but also broaden people's perspective of who we are here in Nacogdoches and what we have to offer, because we have great history, but that's not all that we have. And we've got great outdoors, but that's not all that we have. So we want to address and honor the things that we do have here to market, but we also want to sort of expand the horizons to let people know we have that, but we also have this. So we've worked really hard over the last year looking at our metrics that we use to measure our engagement from our audience and the performance of our ads, and why people, we've been studying why people, what brings people here to Nacogdoches, and from all that research we were able to identify 5 pillars of marketability that we wanted to focus on in marketing. Because we have the odd problem here in Nacogdoches that we really have so many stories to tell. So we needed to sort of hone it down to choose 5, because while we have so many things to market, we don't have so many of the dollars necessary
To market all the things.
to do the things that the things. So those 5 pillars that we were able to identify clearly. Number 1 was history.
Naturally.
Which does not come as a surprise to anybody.
We have a knack for that.
We have a knack for that. And specifically for me, I am also the incoming president for the Texas Forest Trail region, which looks at...
Do you get a crown?
Pearl clutch.
I love it.
We look at highlighting smaller destinations in Texas that don't have hotels that generate hotel occupancy dollars, that don't have a lot of money to let the outside world know, but are still probably richer in Texas history than a lot of the bigger names that the outside world, meaning states outside of Texas, identify as being purely Texas. So within that pillar realm, historic preservation is something that is near and dear to my heart, and couldn't have asked for a better place to be, because it seems to me that, and I just revel in it every day, that there has never been a time in the history of Nacogdoches where the community hasn't, and the leaders haven't understood the importance of preserving history to some degree. I think it probably...
It's at the forefront.
It's at the forefront. Priority-wise, it might... it's always, I think, in the top 5, but sometimes other things have to jump ahead, time being. But anyway, so historic preservation is really important to me within that history pillar. And then there's outdoors, again, obvi. Totes obvi. And then
we have a knack for that.
We have a knack for that.
I'm going to keep doing that. That's the new sound effect with the campaign, didn't you know?
Yes. Arts and culture, which also includes It includes our culinary forefront and landscape. There's some exciting things happening with some new restaurants opening up with chefs that are trained in 5-star hotel establishments and serving, and there's some really great things out there culinarily speaking. And then we also, that addresses our wineries and distilleries and brewery that we have here.
So we've got history, arts,
outdoors, arts and culture, unique shopping, which
we have a knack for that.
And then finally, unique meeting venues.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Yeah. So those are our five things that we want to, when we're looking at marketing placements and media buys, we want to hit those topics. Now we can, within those topics, hone down into specific things. So October's issue of Texas Highways features a full-page ad. And it is faithfully preserving history. And
it is gorgeous.
Thank you. It's
absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful capture of the inside of Zion Hill Baptist Church with sunlight streaming through those gorgeous clover stained glass windows. And it tells briefly the story of Zion Hill. And that's historic preservation that's happening right now. So that's something that people that have a heart for history can come in, and while they can't tour it yet, but they can actually see the efforts of the community at this time. And been talking with Jessica Sowell, who is over the historic sites. We're also actually going to temporarily take down the Stephen F. Austin display in our lobby and replace that with a display of the Zion Hill project.
Oh, that's a great
story, so our visitors can make that connection as well.
And it's so close to downtown.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It really is. It's just it's. I was in a leadership NAC yesterday, and we took a historic bus tour through the community and paused by it, and it really is just such an important piece of Texas history, an important piece of African American history, which I think kind of takes an unnecessary aside sometimes, but it's a very important piece of that demographic and that history, and tells a story that not a lot of people know about Nacogdoches in East Texas. It really is beautiful. It's breathtaking. In the September issue, the October issue of Texas Monthly, there is a full-page ad about live music in Nacogdoches.
And who's?
Casey Musgrave.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks. Grove Grave, because I just call her Casey.
Because y'all are besties.
One of
first name basis.
So we're excited about that. And that another thing, side note, outside of marketing that we're working on, Joanna Temple in our office, she's my director of sales. She and I are working together to, with the governor's office, to establish Nacogdoches as a certified Texas music community. We're already, the chamber years ago had gone through the process to get us certified as a Texas film-friendly community.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a similar project that basically opens you up as a clearinghouse sort of for Texas music acts to come through and to list. So that'll help that segment of our arts and culture movement as well. And that's a pretty quick process. So probably by the end of this year, by 2018, end of 2018, we'll be a certified Texas music community.
Well, there's lots of cool things happening over there across the street.
Yeah, we are. It's been exciting. I came in December, so I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary, and have had time to sit back and see all the good things that were already being done and sort of compartmentalize them and categorize them so that we can get them on a track, and we can measure momentum, and we can see, well, is this working? Is it making a difference? We can make adjustments as necessary. Things that aren't working, we can ask ourselves, why aren't they working? Are they still working for us, or is it something that maybe needs to be put on pause for a little bit? So I'm excited about this upcoming year because we've got some great momentum coming off of an annual conference where we brought home 2 awards, and
Yeah.
Starting to get the word back out there how amazing Nacogdoches is and why people need to come here.
Because, I mean, we know.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Anything else you're very excited about for the next year?
Gonna
put you on the spot. Didn't mean to.
No, there's a lot. Last year we introduced Charlie Doches.
That's right.
Who's our pet ambassador. He is now coming up on 8 months old. And he's been working with a trainer officially since June. That's helping to socialize him and get him certified in the Good Citizen Canine program through the American Kennel. What's the C in AKC? American Kennel, I want to say Society, but that's an S. Club. American Kennel Club, maybe.
Consortium.
Consortium.
I don't know. I just like saying that word.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, but this...
I guess they won't be advertising with us.
No. American Kennel Club, Good Canine Citizen Program. So we're going to be working on now moving forward in reinforcing the Charlie Doches
making
brand
him
and
legit.
Making him earn his keep, basically.
Yeah.
But working with restaurants in the area as to what their pet friendly interest
is. Yeah.
Because it really is. I just saw a statistic yesterday out of Texas Tourism Industry Association had a travel summit in Galveston. 40% of travelers are traveling with their pets now.
Wow.
So if we're not pet friendly and truly pet friendly, not just in name only, not just a cute puppy in our visitor center, but where people can actually engage in a vacation with their pets, then we're missing out on 40%. Like, that's not for nothing. That's a big hunk. That's almost half. Not that I need to explain math to anybody, but 40 is really close to 50.
You actually have to explain it to me because that is not my strong suit.
So yeah, but 40% of people are traveling with their pets, and so we need to make sure that where we can and where it aligns with individual business owners' business plans, we just want to educate them to say, here's an opportunity for you. And then, the other part of that is stepping back and realizing that it's not everybody's priority in respecting
that.
Yeah, respecting that.
But I think it's one of those, we've never asked. So how do you know the answer?
Yeah, and they might not know. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. So,
right.
I think if we lay it out there, and so I'm working on some one-sheeter promotional type, informational sheets to circulate throughout the community. Downtown, I think the shops in downtown are 100% on board with it. I think as you get outside in the community, and it always gets dicey, not everybody is a pet lover. Everybody has to have food, so if you're not a pet lover and you want to eat someplace, you shouldn't have to do it with a poodle.
Right.
That's not yours. So I get it. But we have a lot of great locations that it would be some easy fixes to include some level, some degree of pet friendliness, like on a patio. Or,
right. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah. I'm so excited for Charlie's big, moment to be legit, because he's so beloved, but now we can, nail that down, I guess.
Yeah. He's still a puppy, so he's, but you can see now that he knows that he shouldn't jump on people and that he needs to listen. And
can he come teach my dogs that?
I don't know about that.
Mine are bad when their dad's gone. Like, they know. Like, he walked out the door this morning and they all started being bad, and I was like, he's literally in the carport. Like, y'all, just flip it on. Just turn it on. He's gone. Let's have a party. I'm like, guys. But we have 4, so, I mean, it's a little bit circusy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Charlie, you can tell the difference between Gina Jones is his trainer, and she walks in and he's like reciting the alphabet.
Teacher's here, speaking Mandarin.
Yeah.
Doing slam dunks. Yeah. And then
pushes his readers up.
Yeah.
Oh, Gina. Yeah.
Oh, hello there. One moment. Let me finish the last chapter of Moby Dick. I love it. Well, go Gina.
Go Gina, yeah.
He's sponsored, right? On all fronts.
Yeah,
food and training.
Yeah, TFP is the gracious sponsor of his food, and he loves it. I would have your dog try it as well. He's on the Star Pro line.
Aww.
And Yeah, he really does. He enjoys his kibble. And then Gina was gracious enough. She had raised Boston Terriers and trained them professionally her entire life. And she and her husband are retired now. And sadly had just lost their last Boston Terrier. So she had a place in her heart. And Charlie came along. So I think that's a mutually beneficial relationship because she gets to love on him and still grieve the loss of her beloved dog. And so and Charlie absolutely adores her and her husband Rick. So it's really, if he had the choice, he would probably split his time between Gina and Rick and Mike Bay, because that's
those are his peeps.
And who wouldn't, really?
I know.
Who among us?
Maybe Mike Bay will adopt me.
He's always so well ironed. Oh my gosh. Yes. And Mike Bay, other exciting thing, October 1 marks his official capacity. He's always been our coordinator of visitor services. But on Monday, he officially also becomes our brand ambassador.
I mean, what better?
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for more.
Could not ask for anything better or more. And we're really poised, all kidding aside, we're poised right now in Nacogdoches to be at the forefront of travel and tourism in Texas. We're in an oil and gas recovery, which means in this area there's a lot of crews coming through. There's a lot of oil and gas money floating around. People have more expendable money to vacation, and for work-related purposes are coming through the area as well. So that's great. But the trend in tourism now is it's called experience-based economy. And so people want great customer service, and they can get that most every place, but they also want authentic Southern charm and hospitality and authentic Texas experiences. And that's something that Nacogdoches has always done. So what we've always been doing now is the cool thing. And you have destinations like Austin and Dallas and Houston and San Antonio that have tried to, position themselves as big city, and we're metropolitan, and aren't we fancy and whatever. Well, now they're having to dig down for some
roots,
and some heart. And I'm sure
we just do it naturally.
Yeah,
so go us.
That's just what we do. We woke up like this. What us? So we really are poised.
We woke up like this.
We woke up like this.
That's great.
Yeah, that's my subhead for. I don't want to take Hancock's job away from him, but we woke up like this.
We have a knack for that. Well, I am so glad to hear that things are going well.
Thanks.
And we're happy you're here, and we're happy Charlie's here. And I guess if you have an idea for Nacogdoches that fits in one of those 5 things.
Yeah, let us know. We want this to be, we're promoting this community, so the community needs to have a voice and what we have. And like I just said, you don't know what you don't know, so there might be something out there that we have a knack for that falls within, maybe it's a portion of one of the trails. Or Brian Bray in Parks and Rec was telling me a few months ago about our pocket prairies as part of our outdoors, and I had never heard of a pocket prairie. You probably haven't either. I would Google it or ask Brian.
It's a thing.
It's a real thing, and it's kind of cool when you realize that we have them here. Right by the hitch lot is one. So anyway, but yeah, let us know.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we're recording.
Have we been recording the whole time?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
God, no. I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
Welcome to my podcast, Philpot.
Hi.
Hi. I'm eating trail mixed. I'm very hungry.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Thank God.
You happy?
It's been kind of a rough week this week. It's just, I love my job, don't get me wrong. I always feel like I have to give that caveat.
Right.
Like, I'm very thankful and I love my job.
Some weeks are more intense than others.
And it was nothing really bad that happened. It was just things got a little stressful and crazy, and that's what makes life fun though, right?
But you love your job.
I do love my job.
What do you love most about it?
I love that I get to be a cheerleader for Nacogdoches. It's kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Last week I went with the Alumni Association to one of their business networking events to network with fellow alumni and maybe try to recruit some of them back to Nacogdoches. Because if they chose this as their home for 4 years while they were in college, maybe they're interested in coming back. And what's funny is I probably spoke to 100 people, and nearly all of them said, I would so love to come live in Nacogdoches.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That's
and
cool.
that's what makes my job easy.
It has a special place in alumni's heart.
It really does.
Alumnus. I don't know.
Craig, Turnage, Samantha Moore, if you're listening, please correct us.
I don't know what the right one is. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Jesse took my AP style book, so I can't look it up. Oh, no, I can't. Hold on. We'll keep talking, but I'm going to find out the answer. So tell me what is going on at SFA, because are you on the alumni board now?
I am an ambassador to the alumni board.
Is that a made-up title?
It totally is. But they gave me a name tag, and they keep letting me come to meetings.
That's cool.
So, SFA passed a historic enrollment number, more than 13,000 students, which is super exciting. They had a goal of 13,000, and they blew past that. So that's good news. That's exciting.
That's great for the community.
Yeah, it is. And it's kind of neat to tell that story that a couple of years ago, SFA increased their enrollment standards, which increased their graduation rates, and now is increasing enrollment overall. So it's kind of like this cyclical thing that at first enrollment dipped a little bit.
Right.
And now they've got just this great batch of students that are doing well and going out and doing big things. So
I'm teaching a class right now, and it's the best class I've ever had. They're excited. They do their work. They are happy to be in class, which makes me a better teacher. They ask questions. I mean, it's very refreshing.
Well, good.
So college students get a bad rap, but they want to learn. They really do.
They're there. They're paying to be there.
So that's way cool. And we're valuable. We always like, oh, they're coming back. The traffic's going to be bad on North Street, but I'm thankful for them.
Yeah, they're the reason why we're all here, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Nacogdoches for all of its beauty and assets, but it would be a different place if SFA weren't here. We wouldn't have the restaurants we have. We wouldn't have the shopping we have.
Right.
Downtown would be a different kind of downtown, I think.
Right.
So it's a totally different town because we have SFA, and it's a totally better town because we have SFA.
You're right.
Yeah.
You are a good ambassador.
See?
Look at you go.
I speak in sound bites sometimes.
Like Kellyanne Conway. No, did I just
not
insult
nice.
you? No, I like her.
I like her, but she's...
I'm not trying to get political, but she does speak in sound bites.
She does.
And it's like
She
a
does.
record sometimes. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
are you going to say that again? Okay, cool. I don't know.
Years of interviews. Have we figured out the...
Alumni in the plural.
Okay. So alumni is plural.
I
Alumnus is singular.
Oh, I apologize. Okay. I'm going to break this down because
Okay.
this is super interesting
It
fodder
is.
for our podcast. Alumnus is alumni in the plural when referring to a man who has attended a school. Alumna, alumnae in the plural for similar reference to a woman. Alumni when referring to a group of men and women.
Oh. So I learned a new word.
What?
We are totally off track. This
It's okay.
has nothing to do with anything city related.
That's all right.
Latinx. So traditionally in Spanish, when something is feminine, it ends in A. When it's masculine, it ends in O.
Right.
And if you don't know the gender, you go with O. Well, to be more like gender equal, instead of saying Latino to refer to males and females, they're saying Latinx.
Really?
Isn't that interesting?
That was fun.
It's kind of inclusive.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just like Nacogdoches.
We are super inclusive.
My husband's outside my door, so we should probably wrap it up.
So that was...
And you have a conference call.
Yes, I do.
But I appreciate you.
Talk about manufacturing.
I appreciate you dropping in.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.